Speak the Truth 2.0. I don't know if you guys have joined us earlier. We broadcast the meeting with Zelensky live, and it was amazing. I mean, I feel proud to be an American, but now we're jumping back on because Zelensky, I guess he's scared now because he found out how a boss works. He's not able to manipulate Trump like he was able to manipulate a president that was unfit. And I'm talking about Biden. He's going to come into the Oval Office of the United States of America. You have to show respect to whoever the president is. That goes without saying. It's an honor whenever you're able to enter the Oval Office. And he's in there acting like he a little dog, trying to act like he the big dog on campus. And Trump had to let him know, hold up. You know, your cars, you're playing cards that you don't even have. Your cards are coming from the United States. We have emboldened you that you think you're bigger than what you are, but you're nothing without us. And you want to drag us to, yeah, America, when, we have an ocean between us and Ukraine. It's like he wants a World War III. This man does not want peace. But the United States, we're standing 10 toes down. You come to us when you want to talk about peace. You come see us when you're ready to have a ceasefire, because you got to take small steps before the bigger steps. Trump's whole objective was to have a ceasefire. He's like, let us stop the dying. Let us stop the killing. But Zelensky wants it to continue. But Trump said, not on his watch. Hi, they're going to he said, not on his watch. So it was riveting. But now we're going to listen to this interview. We're going to react to it. We haven't even watched it yet. But this guy actually has now, had an interview on Fox News.
Volodymyr Zelensky. Mr. President, thank you for the time today.
We're going to have to tell this later, but they said break-in. Zelensky says he will not go back to the White House even if he could.
Oh, so he's trying to really act like a big dog. Well, you know what? What he wants to do is drag the world into a World War III. That's what he wants. So now he's going to talk like he was trying to talk to Trump, to Europe, to over there, to that French president. And they're going to say, we're going to try to battle it out with Russia. You're going to battle it out, Zelensky, with China. That's who's backing Russia, is China. China is a bigger threat to the world than Russia. And so he can go ahead and he can embolden them, and they could fall for this clown manipulation, but they're going to drag themselves, and he's going to escalate it that all Europe is going to be fighting. That's what he wants. All Europe is going to be fighting, and the whole place will be destroyed. And guess what? We're going to sit right over here watching from over here.
And now the U.S. It's a lot happening. The U.S. State Department is to halt support for Ukraine's energy grid restoration following Zelensky's disrespect in the Oval Office.
He just, you know what? He declared war on the United States of America is what he did. You had a president that has nothing to do with this war, that's a mediator, that's trying to negotiate peace so your people can stop dying. And this man, that's not what he wants. He said he doesn't want a ceasefire. He doesn't. When Trump is like, you need to have a ceasefire first, at least stop the people from killing while we negotiate. You ceasefire and you negotiate. But they got a fool in office that they can't get out of office that's going to drag his country and Europe into a war that started over Ukraine, that nobody's going to win that war. That's not he has really a win-win. Russia was unable to take over Ukraine. So Putin didn't get what he wanted. Zelensky country, Ukraine, still has their country. It's still theirs. So it has to be compromised. They did lose some land, but they blown it all up. So those fools want to go over there and they want this nuclear war, because now we're living in a day and age, it's nuclear. But we got to hear what this fool has to say. So he said he won't. So you want to play hardball, Zelensky? That man is going to wipe out his country. He going to wipe them out. That's what happens when you put someone in office that's unqualified. This man was a comedian. He was an actor. That's who's running the country. He's he's at the kids' table and trying to talk with the big dogs, and these other fools are going to follow him. It's like following him to the slaughter. Go ahead. Just leave us out of it. Y'all go ahead. Y'all want to kill yourselves? Then follow a fool.
Especially on this day, to continue to do this interview. President Trump said after your meeting that you disrespected him and the vice president and all of America
Talk
in the
big.
Oval Office. Do you think you did? And do you think you owe an apology to President Trump?
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you for the invitation, for this dialogue, and good evening to all your country, to all Americans.
We don't respect you. You're not going to come in our house and disrespect our president.
Your support.
Good evening, Essence.
I'm thankful to President Trump and to
hi.
Congress,
What's
my
up,
father's
King
support.
James?
And I was always very thankful
So
from
what's up?
all our people. You helped us a lot from the very beginning during 3 years of full-scale innovation. You helped us to survive. Anyway, we are strategic partners, and even in such tough dialogue, and I think we have to be very honest, and we have to be very direct to understand each other, because it's very, for us, very necessary to President Trump. And I'm with all respect that he wants to finish this war, but nobody wants to finish more than we.
No, you don't, liar.
We are in this war. We are in this battle, and battle for freedom, for
Keep
our lives.
power.
So I'm just telling that I think that we have to be on the same side, and I hope that the president is on our side together with us, and that is very important to stop Putin. And I heard from President Trump a lot of times that he will stop the war, and I hope he will, and we need to pressure him with Europe, with all the partners. And I think this dialogue had to be a little bit earlier to understand where we are. Like, I don't remember exactly, but like President Reagan said, that peace is not just an absence of war. Yes, we're speaking about just lasting peace, about freedom, about justice, about human rights. And that's why I said that I think so, that ceasefire, and Putin, he broken 25 times ceasefire during all these years, 10 years.
So I'm not hearing from you, Mr. President, a thought that you owe the president an apology.
No, I respect President, and I respect American people.
No, you
and
don't.
If
you don't
I don't know if I think that we have to be very open and very honest, and I'm not sure.
Look at
that
this clown. So you're going to talk to American people like this?
Maybe sometimes some things we have to discuss.
No. You know what? One thing he's not going to do is come in our house and disrespect our president of the United States and the American people. If he don't have the decency, after we have supported Ukraine, you already abused the previous president. We sent you $350 billion for your war. We sent you ammunition, weapons for your war. And you're going to come in the White House and think you the big dog, on campus when you sitting at the kids' table. And then you're not even going to offer an apology. How are you going to come in needing our assistance, our help, and you think you're going to disrespect American people? You're not talking to Biden now. You're talking to somebody that has his cognitive abilities are intact. And he's going to sit there and feel like he doesn't, you know what? He doesn't want the war to end. He doesn't want to negotiate. He doesn't want a ceasefire. At the very least, he should have a ceasefire for his countrymen.
How's that true, James and Sherry? Must be a lot of Ukrainians watching or something.
You don't have a clue. I know that we are Americans, okay? You have to have diplomacy. There's a way as a leader, when you want to have your way and get things done, sometimes you got to bend the knee. Sometimes you have to let go of your pride, because the whole objective should be stopping the war. That should be the objective, but it's not his objective. If I know that thousands of my fellow citizens, family members, children are dying on a daily basis, wouldn't I want at least a ceasefire? A ceasefire? At the very least, so that we can negotiate. This man doesn't even want a ceasefire. And you're going to come into our house and you think that you're going to run over us? That Trump is by far, and J.D. Vance is not Biden and Kamala. And it's not Trump and Pence. This is Trump and J.D. Vance. We're not having it. We want a leader that can speak up. We want our leader to show them who we are. This is not our war. It belongs to him. And he doesn't have enough integrity, enough, he can't let go of his pride, not even for his citizens. You know what? They're running out of bodies. You know what he's going to do? He's going to get bodies from Europe. They're going to die. He's going to get Poland. They're going to die. He's going to get all these people, and they're going to wipe them out. And you know what's going to happen? Putin's going to take all of it. He's going to wind up taking all of it. All of it. That's what this fool is going to wind up happening. Right now, nobody is winning. Nobody is winning. He keeps saying, send more soldiers. That means, send more people to die in this war. There's no, they said it's a plateau. It's flat land. The people can't even protect themselves. You sending them to their death, and that's what's happening. And he needs to go out there and fight. Let him and Putin get out there and duel it out. Putin will do it. He's a real man. Let's see all that energy he has if he has to get out there himself. He needs to get out there himself. Trump cares more about his citizens than he does. But we're going to get back to this. This is just so disturbing.
Out of media, with all respect to democracy and to a free media, but there are things where we have to understand the position of Ukraine and Ukrainians. And I think that is the most important thing. Yes, we are partners. We're very close partners. We have to be fair. We have to be very free.
You've been given more than enough from us.
That you were told multiple times from lawmakers on Capitol Hill and the White House to make today about the minerals deal and the economic deal, and then get it signed and let negotiations play out over security guarantees step by step. Is that true?
I said that we have to sign this document, and we are ready for this. And this will be the first step to security guarantees, but it's not enough. I think so. Maybe I don't know something. I don't know some details. That's why I wanted to share it with the president, my thoughts, and to hear him again, because he has a plan how to stop Putin. And maybe, as I said, maybe it's out of big conversations, but we have to share it. This is so sensitive. Just a ceasefire without security guarantee. This is so sensitive for our people. I'm speaking like a president of a people who are in this struggle 3 years, and they just want to hear that America on our side, and that America will stay with us, not with Russia, with us. That's it. But I'm sure that it will be. This is the first step to security guarantees. Europeans, we don't need to lose them. They are good allies for the United States. The United States is the most or the biggest donator of support and of peace. But we don't need to lose Europe. And they also want to know next steps. We have to be very open to understand how to stop the war.
Trying to make Europe and put fear in the European people.
Office in front of the media.
This guy
served Ukrainians well
it's a
today.
snake.
I think this kind of spat is this is not good for both sides anyway. And I'm very open, but I can't change our Ukrainian attitude to Russians. And I don't want they kill us for us. This is very, very clear that Americans are the best of our friends, Europeans are the best of our friends, and Putin with Russian, their enemies. And it doesn't mean that we don't want peace. We just want to recognize the reality, the real situation.
President Trump is convinced that you will never sign a deal with Vladimir Putin. Is he right?
No. I think so. What I think, Ukraine wants peace, and we will have anyway diplomacy. We will have negotiations. I only said that I think so. It's about just and lasting peace. It meant that we have to be very strong at the table of negotiations, and at these negotiations, Ukraine and Russia, like sides of this war, have to be, and the United States and Europe. That's what I said. So we are ready for peace, but we have to be in strong position. What does it mean? Just to know that our army is strong, that our partners with us, and that we have security guarantees. Am I not right?
Leaving the White House today, President Trump said this.
He's looking to go on and fight, but he wants to come back right now, but I can't do that.
What do you make of that? Do you want to continue fighting? Do you want peace? And if he had the opportunity to go back to the White House right now, would you do it?
No. First of all, we want peace. That's why I'm in the United States. That's why I visited President Trump. And thanks for the invitation again. The deal on minerals is the first step to security guarantee.
You know what? This dude really think that he's talking still to Joe Biden. Now, he doesn't understand he's on American television talking to American people that voted for Trump to be in office. We're talking about whites, blacks, Asians, Italians, Latinos, indigenous. We all came together. He won not only every swing state, but he won the popular vote. So you're going to get on our television and you're going to think that you're going to talk down about Americans and think that you're going to manipulate us. You're talking about you had an invitation to go back. It's not for us. Zelensky, if you never come back, you're not hurting American citizens. You're hurting your country. You're hurting your people. I'm quite sure they'd rather for you to put away your pride. And you were supposed to come there to sign a mineral deal, not to come there acting like that you're going to tell the United States what to do. You will never win that argument. And we're watching you. We're watching you. You got to remember that man that you were sitting in that Oval Office with is the President of the United States that we elected into office. We elected him into office. We have been supporting your country. We've gone far beyond the call of duty. But what you want is the United States to go in there and for our soldiers to fight your war, to have then Putin to get China to fight the war, then for Putin to get Kim Jong-un to fight the war, then for the European countries to come and fight the war. That's what you want. For you to remain in power. That's what you want. You want the whole world to be fighting. That's not fighting for peace. That's fighting for destruction. That's fighting for destruction. And you have an opportunity to have the President of the United States, which Biden didn't do, to try to negotiate a ceasefire. Start there. Start somewhere. You don't even want the killing to stop. You're saying, oh, if they say you can come back, would you go back? Oh, no, I wouldn't go back. You're nobody. You're an actor. You're a comedian. You could tell you know nothing about leadership because it's personal. You're not going to manipulate the United States. Now the citizens that were all for you, guess what? You lost a lot of us now. That's what you're doing. We're tired of America taking care of everyone else except and not putting America first. So don't come on our national television like we're going to go along with you and not our own country. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Let y'all fight that war then. You don't want to cease fire? You big bad like you think? You think you strong because of us. You want to fight? Fight. Like Trump said, hey, that whole country's going to be destroyed. You're not going to win because this is an endless war. It's not even a winnable at this point. But you want to get everybody involved and you're not going to be settled until the whole world crashes over Ukraine. the whole world crashes over that little piece of land that we all crash. It's not going to happen. And that's why Trump is our president. Because if it was Biden, we'll be in World War III right now. He would be sending our men and women over there to not only the $350 billion and the weapons we sent and the tanks and everything we sent, you would get our soldiers over there. It ain't going to happen, dude. We're going to get back to this.
People in the comments like, are you guys Ukrainian or something?
They are.
Yeah.
They are. They are. And they dying. They dying. They dying.
To understand it.
Because of this fool right here.
You saw it, Brad. You was one.
This
Thank
fool.
you again. So I think that's very important.
They wanted to escalate.
But I respect my soldiers and our people, our civilians who
the hell with Ukraine.
Our warriors.
Hell
with say just.
You don't
stop.
want to respect us? Go back to Ukraine.
Putin
All
will
of y'all.
come back tomorrow. We want just and lasting peace. It's true. We want security guarantees.
That man didn't come to make a deal. That man came to try to get us to fight his
but
war.
Not all the countries are on this side. I said, okay, if not NATO, nobody is pushing. If not NATO, let's build
He's a
NATO
fool. That's what a fool look like.
Europeans are ready or to have contingents on our territory, boots on the ground.
No
United
more money
States
for you.
Thinks maybe to help, maybe USA.
Yeah, the only deal he wants is our taxes.
Have to be just to guarantee that they are with Europeans. Look at Europe, it's strong. It became stronger, but they also want to have allies like the United States. That's what I said. I just want to understand what the peace. It's not my question, Brad. This is
You're a
the
sick
question
man.
of all our people.
You mentioned when I traveled to the front lines with you last year to see the situation, to mark the anniversary of the war, and this is what you told me back then.
Will Ukrainians survive without Congress support? Of course, but not all of us. It will be tragedy for all of
That's
us,
a
not
fool.
only for Ukraine, not only for Ukrainians, for all Europe. Yeah.
So the question today is, can Ukraine win this war or hold off Russia without continued U.S. support?
It will be difficult for us.
Look at
That's
this.
why I'm
Look at
here.
the devil.
That's why we speak about the future
Y'all going,
negotiations.
all them going
It will
die.
be difficult without your support, but we can't lose our values, our people. We can't lose our
The country
freedom.
is done.
So a lot of people.
It matters
Russians
who
came to
your
our
leader
territory,
is.
You know it. The Russians came to our houses, and everybody saw it. Video, images, a lot of things. They killed so many people. Just to forget it, just to say that Putin is a great guy. No, without us, we don't want it. That's why we speak about.
He does not want the war to end.
How it was the first days
He
of the war.
doesn't want
how
the
they
war
came.
to end.
Nobody wants in Ukraine.
Get the
Yes,
memo.
of course, nobody will forget it, but nobody wants to have again new wave of occupation. That's why.
So
we say,
he think he
no
gonna
NATO.
destroy
What
Russia?
security guarantees can we
Watch.
have? I'm not pushing.
Watch.
We're not pressuring. We're just
You gonna
asking.
destroy
We're just
Russia,
sharing
okay.
very clear messages to our friends, to Americans.
You go fight
if
for
you stay
him.
with us, thank
You go
so
fight
much.
for him.
But let's do the infrastructure of
or
security.
whatever that is,
Let's
you go
just
fight
share
for him.
with our people.
Go fight his
Just
war.
with our people that America stay with us. That's great.
We're
We
not.
count on it.
We
But
out.
just to share it.
We're
and
out.
To say it. That's
We're
all.
out. You're not going to
How does the
disrespect
war
us.
end? How do you get to a deal? You're at a place right now where there is no deal.
That's
How
right.
do you get it back on track?
I think that Europe is ready for contingents.
Yeah, he
and to
think he
help
gonna
us
he gonna
with
he gonna
financing
sucker them
of
into
big
it.
Armies,
Go
as
ahead.
big as we have
Look
now.
at him.
This is our army.
What about China army?
Now we want to just to find the place
Okay.
for our biggest strategic
This guy.
partner, for the United States or United States.
This guy is so disgusting. He nothing but a scam artist. He already pocketed probably $1 billion of our $350 billion. That's why he goes there. And people say, why won't you even put a suit on? We know you got our money. This man is making it clear that he doesn't want this war to end. He wants Europe to get in a big war now with Russia. Now, Russia has allies too. If anybody got to bring Russia allies is North Korea and China. So he think that he going to outman Russia. This fool that don't know how to lead, that's not out there in the freaking fighting fields, he is not going to defeat Putin. He's not going to defeat him. But the bad thing about it is that he wants to take everybody with him. He doesn't want the war to end. He wants the whole Europe to be fighting in this war. That's what he wants.
Like someone said, there's a lot of sellouts in the comments.
Yeah, well, they from Ukrainian. Maybe, they're Ukrainian. You know, because no Americans are going to stay in there and let this man come into our house and disrespect our president and think that we're supposed to bow down to him. It's not going to happen. He the little kid at the little children's table.
So I say he has fought, unlike you cowards.
Have you fought? What has he fought? He fought pocketing our money. That's what he fought. He a big dog talking about what everybody else should do. Let him go out to the front line. Let him fight this war.
T said the Ukrainian president was speaking as if he was superior.
That's there you go. You can't come to the United States of America, the strongest military country in the world, and you're going to talk to us like you doing us a favor when you need our help, and we have given you more than all Europe put together. Get out. He needed to have been kicked out. And then you're going to not apologize, and then your pride is above your people. Take it back to Ukraine with you. And everybody that wants to follow him and want to fight that war, God bless all of you. Because it's not going to end with him. It's going to be millions of more people that would die, way more destruction, and then they're going to be bombing Paris and everywhere. They're going to destroy the whole freaking continent. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. And the whole time he will be able to remain president because they can't have elections while this war is going on. He does not want to relinquish the power and the money. It's always about power and money. What president? You got president of the United States saying he don't want the war. He's the president of the United States. And this man that don't have a pot to piss in and need the help of a country like the United States, they're not winning without us. Because guess what? Russia has backup too. China has 1 billion people. We don't have 1 billion people. He's not going to outnumber the people they can send.
I guess all these people in the comments are just happy with us giving billions of dollars to Ukraine. Billions.
Look.
And billions.
No, we don't look, we're the ATM for the world. We're the ATM for the illegal immigrants. We're the ATM for Gaza. We're the ATM for Ukraine.
Taliban.
We're ATM for the Taliban. Look, we give them $40 million cash money per week. Biden gave them $6.3 billion so far.
How much have we given Ukraine again?
$350 billion.
350 billion.
Let's listen to him. We haven't heard this interview because this guy is so disgusting. He didn't come to negotiate. He came because he don't want it to end. He doesn't want the war to end, and that's a fact.
I was going to say you both are real.
To a deal. You're at a place right now where there is no deal. How do you get it back on track?
I think that Europe is ready for indigenous and to help us with financing of big army, such big
armies. Look at this.
This is our army, the part of security guarantees.
He ran out of bodies.
Just to find
he ran out of people.
Biggest strategic partner.
Yeah, talk
the
them
United
into
States,
it.
Or United States will propose
we're out.
Somehow the United States will give us security guarantees. What kind of and what part of volume of security guarantees, and when we will be ready with this, we will come to diplomacy. Yes, with Russia, Europeans, United States, and we. Four of us. I think that is real way, because with weapon, it's too long. It's not enough. We don't have enough weapon to push them out, and we don't see now. For now, we don't see really big. Volume of new support from the United States, but with all respect again. So for today, we'll be ready with security guarantee. Really, when I say NATO, it's not about that we I mean, this we are focusing on this war. It's about very understandable infrastructure of security guarantees. And you see that no NATO countries, for today, no NATO countries been under attacks.
Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican from South Carolina, he has been a big proponent of you and of Ukraine, said this today after the meeting.
7 million U.S. businesses rely on TikTok to compete.
Within a week of posting, I had over $25,000.
You always just turn it back.
Yeah, that's what I did. You know, he's making himself sound dumber each second goes by, and everyone in the comments got something and support him. You're dumb too. Got it back.
Of J.D. Vance, standing up for our country. We want to be helpful. What I saw in the Oval Office was disrespectful, and I don't know if we can ever do business with Zelensky again. He either needs to resign and send somebody over that we can do business with, or he needs to change.
So he says you need to consider resigning. Is that on the table?
Hey,
I don't know if he will be happy after my work.
this dude is a clown.
Republican from South Carolina, he has been a big proponent of you and of Ukraine, said this today after the meeting.
I have never been more proud of the president. I was very proud of J.D. Vance, standing up for our country. We want to be helpful. What I saw in the Oval Office was disrespectful, and I don't know if we can ever do business with Zelensky again. He either needs to resign and send somebody over that we can do business with, or he needs to change.
So he says you need to consider resigning. Is that on the table?
I don't know if he will be happy after my words. This decision can do only people of Ukraine.
You're not going to step down to do a peace deal.
No, I was always ready. I'm not sure that it's a good idea for this such proposals. But anyway, I always said if United States will support NATO, so I think that it's enough for Ukraine. So I think I did all I had to do. And if somebody is not happy with me, okay. But between us. Yes, Americans vote for American president. Each European country vote for their president, and only Ukraine. With all respect to Lindsay, if I can say Lindsay, we know each other. Yes, and only Ukrainians.
Democrats have had
their president.
Democrats have had the opposite reaction to the Oval Office meeting. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy from Connecticut posted this. What just happened in the Oval Office was a planned ambush designed to help a brutal Russian dictator and hurt America's security. Trump has become Putin's lapdog, and America's global power is hemorrhaging as America sides with dictators over democracy. What an embarrassment. Do you think the confrontation in the Oval Office today was pre-planned, like Senator Murphy suggests?
I don't know.
You don't know? You think maybe?
I don't know. No. I don't. I don't know.
Come on,
about
Brett.
it.
You're stretching it.
No, I think it was just a really tough situation because we've been very open, very direct.
What set you off? What made you mad? Because they said your tenor and tone.
It's not about mad. It's not, Brett. How to say? When you are in the United States. And for example, president or vice president or somebody or senators, doesn't matter, big politicians, yes? When they, for example, say that Ukraine is almost destroyed, that our soldiers run away, that they are not heroes,
let Europe
that Ukraine
handle
lost
it.
millions of
Y'all go
civilians,
to the slaughter.
that his president is dictator, you know? What is the reaction? It's not about me. The reaction
No, you're
is
not speaking for
that
America's
where
civil.
is our
That's not
friendship
us.
between Ukraine
We
and
find
the
him
United States?
disgusting.
That's it. This is filling, and that's why I do not want
He's a
to lose
criminal.
our great partners at the United States. And I
Taking
just
all
said
our
that
money.
it's not the first time. I said it by phone, and we had some other conversations, and we had in Munich meetings, and I said, please, be correct. I want to be very polite. Be correct with this number. When you say about
This guy is emboldened. He doesn't have a leg to stand on. and he's talking like he's winning this war. He's not winning the war. The destruction and everything that's going on, we're not able to see it, because that's between the presidents to see all the dead bodies and what's happening in that country. That country is being destroyed, no doubt. His children, not just the soldiers that are dying, but he has children, kids, families are losing their loved ones. They said like every Ukrainian family has lost someone. They have lost someone. And this man doesn't have any more people to die for his country. So what he wants, what he really wanted, and he was hoping that he supported Biden, he wanted us to go over there and fight this endless war. For what? What were we getting out of it? We gave him all this money. We gave him money and we provided weapons. That's what we did. But he wanted then our bodies. Because he's like, America's a big country. Yeah, y'all, yeah, we can take them, but it's not our war. We're over here. But if we get involved, then China's going to get involved. Then North Korea is going to get involved. Then Europe's going to get involved. Then you have your World War III. That's what this man wants. So he's like, if the United States is not going to help, if the United States just wanted to bring them to the table. It's not our war. We've already been supporting them. But what he doesn't even want a ceasefire. This man wants this to go on indefinitely. And that's his attitude. If you have a president like this, you're done. This man doesn't even want, at the very least, a ceasefire. Explain it to me. A ceasefire. At the very least, a ceasefire. That's what he should be focusing on. That's what he should be doing. And anybody in disagreement with that, then something is wrong with you. Because people are losing their lives needlessly. Because you got fools like that in charge. When they can work out a ceasefire. And then whatever the facts, whatever else they have to do to end the war, then you end the war. Trump is like, you're not just going to end the war. You got to, let's at least first negotiate a ceasefire. That's common sense. And anybody in support this nonsense, y'all just ready for the world to end. You know, he's like, okay, Europe's like, well, we'll help. So they're going to send all their young men and women to this fool who he think that he's going to outman Putin. Putin is KBG. Putin is, this guy is treacherous. You're not going to outmaneuver an amateur like that. They're not going to outmaneuver Putin. What they're going to do now, Putin going to take more land than he already got. I promise you that's what's going to happen. He's going to invade even deeper. That's what's going to happen. Instead of cutting your losses, still have your country, Putin was unable to take over Ukraine. He wants it to continue until this man take the whole thing from you. He's going to take the whole thing from you. And it's going to be millions more people, lives lost all throughout Europe. But it's not going to be us.
And Bo just said he's a black man and Trump's doing a great job, he'll say.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare to hear a black person being for Trump.
You know, this is just ceasefire. And this man is in his pride. He wanted this to happen. The things he was saying, thank you. Read what he said. Thank you, what he said.
178.8 billion USD.
Crazy. Thank you so much. That's what he wants. And I'm glad that we have a president, but no other leader is going to come into our house and disrespect our president, no matter, even if that was Biden. They're not supposed to come into our house, the greatest power in the world, and come in our house and disrespect us when we're helping you.
Okay, Paul, if you're going to say that we're uneducated, at least use proper grammar.
At least educate us then.
At least use proper grammar.
So we're uneducated to want to ceasefire.
Spelling properly.
Well, that's okay, because they're not Americans, probably Ukrainian or something. You know, enlighten us. What if we said untruths, enlighten us. Enlighten us. That's what you do.
What happened?
No, it's just like Fade, I got to come back to it. Enlighten us. That's what we want.
There's a lot of Ukrainians in the chat. Like, this is unexpected.
It's okay. Because everybody got something to say. It's not going to go over there and
our
fight.
Great partners at the United States. And I just said that it's not the first time. I said it by phone, and we had some other conversations, and we had in Munich meetings, and I said, please, be correct. Just, I want to be very polite. I mean this, be correct with this number. When you say about the number, each person is important. When you say about 1 million of losses, we don't have any million of losses. When you speak about the territories, maybe some territories and etc., it's not just territory, it's houses, it's people's lives. You know, their fathers, mother, their relatives, grandfather,
they're all dying.
During this war, nobody wants to forgive Putin. It's not funny, you know, or fairy tale. This is
y'all
life.
Ukrainians in this chat.
And when you said it, a lot of times to my big friends who've been here today in our dialogue,
Love from Miami.
Then they again begin to repeat the same things. I think it's not. I mean, that's why I said it's not a good way between partners, good partners and friends. That's it.
They're not dying for Americans.
If journalists
they're not dying for Americans.
With all respect to Vice President, I mean, he has his interview.
Mr. President, shouldn't this dynamic, if you're going to be like this, be behind closed doors? Not.
Of course.
So do you regret that? Are you regretting that happened today?
Regret.
We're not on your side, dude.
Yes, I think it was not good. I think it was not good.
The more you talk, you're making it worse.
A lot of different dialects. I'm always open to media, but there are very sensitive things. I just want to be honest, and I just want our partners to understand the situation correctly, and I want to understand everything correctly. That's about us. Not to lose our friendship.
A couple more things. What are the next steps in your mind? Here we are today. What are the next steps?
I think so. United States wanted this deal very much, and we've been not against this deal, but we wanted to understand what parts in security guarantees will take this deal and what next steps. Just again to understand for our people during the war what you don't like, even sometimes.
Just to be clear, Zelensky, you're not calling the shots. You're not running anything. You're just this little pawn that don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to negotiate. You're talking to people that have been in leaderships for decades, people like Putin and people like Trump. You have no experience and you sound like a fool. You are not in a position. The cards are not in your favor. Maybe you can go and manipulate. You're making them afraid. Oh, look what they did to us. Yeah, we better all fight. Guess what? Y'all not gonna be the only ones joining in the fight. Y'all got more. Y'all kick this off, you're gonna regret it.
And
they're gonna regret it.
I can't forget he's saying he doesn't know where USA money is.
Yeah, he don't know where USA money is. In your pocket.
That's who y'all trust?
Is in his pocket. He don't know where our money at. In his pocket. Trump is only concerned about getting some of our resources back.
No,
thank you, Rita.
He said, Ukraine cannot win without NATO troops. So people in the chat advocating for more war. Will you be willing to send your kids to die? No thanks.
Yeah. You're going to send your kids to die? They're not part of NATO. If they were part of NATO, y'all don't understand that this man wants a World War III. And everybody will be blown up. It won't be fighting about Ukraine. He wants to drag the rest of Europe into this fight, and that he's going to succeed, because if they're responding and don't see that this man is playing them and he's not a diplomat and that he doesn't want peace. Saying you want peace and trying to seek peace is two different things. If he wants peace, he would have stayed his behind in that Oval Office, humbled himself, and had that meeting with President Trump and shown respect. But instead, he wanted to send it, and Trump said, the cards are not in your hands. He said, because of the United States, you think you're bigger than what you are. That's what happened to him. He's sitting in there, and you're not going to get in front of the American people. It don't matter what our mainstream media say, because they never spoke what we were thinking. That's why they didn't know that we were going to put Trump in office and that he was going to win a popular vote. He's speaking for us. So whatever the newspapers say, whatever they say, what we're saying on here is how Americans feel.
People keep asking, saying, well, assuming that we're supporting Putin and saying, so you're supporting Putin.
No, they know we're not, but that's just a flexion. We're supporting peace. We're supporting ceasefire. That's where you got to start there. Oh, thank you. Zelensky is literally
a former TV soap opera.
Yeah,
actor.
he's a former. You guys, do you know that he's a former TV soap opera? That's what he was doing prior to becoming president. That's who's trying to cause World War III. That guy. Y'all better have discernment and recognize that he is about himself. He wants the power and the money, and he think he need to be at the table. He don't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. There's no way he should have came and left that office, Oval Office, without the support of the United States of America. That's why I say he's a fool.
Do you know that Trump's also a billionaire?
He's a fool.
They're trying to say, oh, Trump was also a TV host.
He's a fool. He's a fool. He's a fool. He jeopardized the safety and the welfare of his country because he wants that power. Let's listen to more of this nonsense from this dude.
What?
Not to lose our friendship.
A couple more things. What are the next steps in your mind? Here we are today.
Yeah.
What are the next steps?
I think so.
He wants war.
The United States wanted this deal very much. And we've been not against this deal. But we want
Look at this. We need you. You could kick rocks, dude.
Take this deal. And what next steps? Just again to understand for our people. During the war,
I need to disown you.
Don't like, even sometimes hate, surprises. It's understandable. Many terrible things this war brought to us. So we don't want any surprises. Yes, that's why we want to be very fair with our partners. And I think this deal, it was prepared by teams. It was not simple during weeks.
It's not our country.
Israeli, I think that they have to sign.
We don't live in Ukraine. We're loyal to the United States of America.
I don't know when they will do it. It depends on the American side.
So
exactly.
the minerals deal did not have security guarantees listed in it.
It's a part.
The security guarantees?
This is the part in the
It's not a part.
Guarantees. Because, for example, President Trump said that I think so that if we will be there in some productions and etc. in mineral, that Putin will never come on this territory where we are. And I said to him, don't trust Putin. Why? I said, because it's not, we respect and we believe in strongness of the United States. But I said to him that we had more than
it's not our war.
American companies.
It's not our war.
On the territory of Ukraine.
It don't have nothing to do with black folks.
Even on temporary.
Nothing to do with us.
For Putin, it doesn't matter. It's American, European company or Ukraine. It doesn't matter. He just came and occupied it. That's what I said. I think this is great idea how to strengthen Ukraine.
Okay, we just got to take you off.
Business between two countries, how to make additional jobs for two countries, but it's not just these will not save us.
I read what the Democratic senator said, that Trump has become Putin's lapdog. Do you agree with that President Trump is too close to Vladimir Putin in your mind?
We spoke about it, and I think today very openly President Trump, he said that I want to be in the middle, otherwise I will not put these guys at the table.
And is he right?
I want to be very honest, I want really him to be more at our side.
This man does not have a pot to piss in, and he's sitting up there.
That the war began somewhere.
You will lose. He don't care about losing this war.
The war began when Russia brought this war to our country, and they're not right. And they are not right. They didn't respect our territorial integrity. They brought
Fight your
our
war.
territory to our family.
Zelensky, our
to repeat
answer
it, to
is
our house.
drag your people,
And they're not right.
drag them down,
And of course,
fight your
all the
war.
Ukrainians want to hear strong position of the United States on our side.
We've been on
But
your
from one
side, but you
it's
need, at this
understandable.
point, he needs to fight his own war.
Yeah.
Everybody that want to follow this man to the slaughter needs to go on. He's not going to come. All that America has done for Ukraine, more than Europe and all them put together, and he has the audacity to think that he's still talking to Biden. He's not going to come to our country. He has to remember the people he's speaking to. We voted this man into office.
I'm going to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
Say yes if you feel like the United States should keep supporting Ukraine, and say no if you feel like the United States should not support Ukraine anymore. I want to see what the chat thinks. So someone said yes, no. Yes, you racist. No.
It's not our war. It's not our war. He already said that he don't need us. He walked out, he don't need us. He don't want to meet. That's fine with us.
So I'm seeing like it's like mixed.
Yeah, it's even. He can go on. Go ahead, and anybody that want to join him, you're welcome to go there. Cause see, it's a flat lands, plain lands, a plateau. There's nothing to hide behind. People are losing their lives. They need more people. So maybe people that feel like it should go on, that don't have any skin in the game, should go there, go to the front line, and you need to fight.
Someone said yes, it's our war. How is it our war?
It's not our war. It's Ukraine and Russia's war. It has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us. It's their war. And we're trying to negotiate it to end. And this man doesn't want it. What he wants is more blood. What he wants is to get everybody involved.
I'm not going to Ukraine. Someone saying send me. I'm not.
Ain't no way in hell. You go. You go. It's not our war. When the United States has to fight a war against our enemies, that's when we fight. We're not in this war, but this man is so manipulative and he's so dumb. It's like, how do people follow this? The American people, how are you going to come to America with a president that just got elected into office, won the popular vote, won all the swing states? America wants us out of this involvement, the majority of us, not what mainstream media, not what this even newscasters doing. That's not the sentiments of us. That's why we have content creators now. That's why we have social media, so we can have the voice of the American people.
Yeah, and Toby said a good statement. He said, how about wearing a suit to the White House? This dude came in a...
Because he wants to act like he poor.
Yeah.
He don't want us to see that he done pocket $1 billion of our dollars at least. He talking about he don't know where the money at. He don't know where the money at. Just keep sending us money. But now we got all the money. Now we need your bodies because all our people are dead. We need other people to come and fight because we're going to keep fighting for that little piece of land that Putin got. That little piece. Thank you so much. So many people in chat see misinformation online and with it without verifying and post misguided hate. I support Trump and Trump's, approach. So do I. Trump knows what he's doing. Zelensky, thank you so much. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. And
And
thank you, NG. How you say that, NG?
Yeah,
Thank you, NG. And let's go here. Read that.
The U.S. needs to stop. The U.S. needs to stop aiding everyone else's wars.
Yeah.
Where's the hundreds of billions Zelensky can't seem to find? Yeah.
But didn't he say more? He said it?
No, that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much for supporting our channel. What we're not going to do, we're not going to sugarcoat it. We're for the United States of America. I believe like this. Nobody could come into your house. Thank you. They said Cindy is the truth. Yeah, call me truth. Nobody's going to come into you. That's like somebody coming into your home and they're going to sit down on your couch and they're going to start ordering you what to do and what you're going to do and what you're not. And they're going to tell you, give me all your money and I'm taking over this house. He can't come into the White House like that. You can't come into our house and you got 350 billion of our money, my money. Oh, thank you.
Trump checked him. Yep.
Yeah, Trump checked him. He checked him like a boss. Like a boss. I'm so proud of him.
Someone said, but the USA is the leader of the world.
And they're not right.
Yeah, and that's why we're leading. That's why we're trying to educate this man that how to have diplomacy, how to bring an end to the war. Trump is up there. He got to stop Putin. He knows how to talk to Putin. Zelensky, Putin don't even respect him enough to have a conversation with him. He doesn't even recognize him as the president of Ukraine because he's weak.
Someone said Joe Biden would have checked his diaper.
Yeah, Joe Biden, he's used to talking for the last 3 years. Biden gave him whatever. He act like he was telling Biden what to do. But Trump is in office. He didn't want Trump to come in office because he knew the money train was going to stop. And now he thinks he's going to come to the White House, supposed to be doing a mineral deal. Not all this other stuff. But he wants to bring in, like we're supposed to go in there and fight his battle because we're United States of America. Guess what? You say Europe going to do it? God bless y'all. Let Europe. It's y'all war. Y'all want Zelensky, the comedian, to drag y'all into destruction because that's what's going to happen. Destruction.
Margaret, I don't know if we believe that.
What?
They said, I admire your spirit, but you're sadly very uninformed.
Tell us.
I have known Donald since 1979. I've worked with his first wife. I don't know if I buy that.
What that has to do with him being the president of the United States? Do you know who he is now? From 1979, people change. He is not the same person that you knew back then. He is now the president, sitting as the United States president.
You believe them?
What?
That they worked with his first
If he
wife.
did or not, what difference does it make in 2025?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Oh
thank
my
you.
God.
Dennis,
Get y'all.
Get y'all some seeds.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Thank you, man.
We will. We're going to thank you. We're just a new channel, and we're growing fast. And someone spoke over. Oh my goodness! Thank you. Read that.
He said, "Zelensky is a muppet. No wonder he got checked. It was a treat watching him get put in his place by both Vice and Commander in Chief." Yep.
Hey, but look, JD Vance tag team him. He checked him because he started it. JD said, "Hold up, you're not gonna talk to the president of the United States like this. You in our house. Yeah, he a Marine. You in our house. You want to show some respect to this office. You're sitting in the Oval Office in front of the American people. Thank you. Read that.
Zelensky's gonna mess around and get jumped down at the White House.
He don't know us for real. He got to be careful. And what he's not getting is that we put this man in office. And regardless, whatever you're going to see on mainstream media, you turn to MSNBC, CNN, CBS, ABC, they're going to talk against our president. That's why they're losing ratings. That's why their television stations are going to be sold.
Well, Solemn, I don't know about you, but I want to get homeless people off the street instead of giving billions of dollars to Ukraine.
In Jesus' name. We want to help American citizens. We want to help our American vets. We want to help them. We got 3 million American kids that are going hungry every day that we don't even take care of. You got 350,000 kids that came in over the border. They don't know where they at. It's all kinds of stuff jumping off here in the United States. We have our own problems here. But one problem we're not going to have, we got 99 problems, and that's not one. From Jay-Z. That Ukraine, he does not want to sit down with and allow Trump to negotiate, because he can't do it, a ceasefire. He doesn't want that. And he wants to drag Europe into it, that they want to be emboldened, and they want to they're just going to die. Nobody's going to win. They're going to die. Because if Europe get involved, then Russia has their allies. They're going to get involved. And we're going to stay over here on the other side of the ocean And we just going to watch everybody destroy themselves. That's what we're going to do. While we want America and what we need here. Because it shouldn't take 1 million more people dying, and he's going to lose all Ukraine. All Ukraine. He's going to lose it all. That's what's going to happen. Because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's not a leader. He's going to lose everything. This guy is so disgusting.
I want really him to be more at our side. I will explain why. Because it's not just that the war began somewhere between our countries. The war began when Russia brought this war to our country, and they're not right. And they are not right. They didn't respect our territorial integrity. They brought the war on our territory, to our families, sorry for repeating, to our houses. And they're not right. And of course, all the Ukrainians want to hear strong position of the United States on our side.
You blew that dude.
And from one side, it's understandable. From another side, he wants to find some way of dialogue with Putin. But he always said, as I remember, he always said that peace through strength. And that's why I think that he's strong, United States strong, two parties together in this question.
Yeah,
veterans always together
benefits of being cut.
Russia. You're very strong to do strong steps against Putin.
Americans are worried about where the money has gone.
Yeah.
Will there be a very rigorous accounting of
where
the
money
has gone? It seems
it's
like
our money.
there is some question about whether it's corruption or
it is corruption.
Sold military equipment.
No, it can't be so. 100 billions we've got during 3 years.
183 from the U.S.
Now, on the paper, in the documents, yes, but we have. In fact,
where's the money?
67 came like a weapon. It came through the border. It's checked and it's fixed by everybody, and we share this.
We cut benefits when we need our money
with the American side, and 31.5. It was direct financial support to the budget. Again, it's very open. It's digitalized. It's open, free, and please. If somebody wants to check it again, we are very, very open with this.
Last thing, Mr. President.
Yeah. Give us our money. You're a liar.
Do you think your relationship with Donald Trump, President Trump, after today,
he got money and not vets?
Can be. Huh?
You understood. You understood.
Yes, of course, because it's relations more than two presidents. It's the historical relations, strong relations between our people. And that's why I always began
we don't owe y'all
to thank
anything.
Your people from our people. And this is the most important. And of course, thankful to President, and of course,
where is
Congress,
Americans' money?
Your people help to save our people.
We can check the money.
The first.
Where?
The first.
Where?
This is very, very important. And we are thankful. And sorry for this. I mean, this, we wanted.
This guy is a true clown. Oh, thank you so much. Let's see. My pets are not food. Stay away from our dogs, away from our kittens. You know what? We just got to just take it one day at a time. Oh, one day at a time. Zelensky needs to run us. Oh, he needs to. Elijah, come here. Run us our money back so Trump can send us our $5,000 checks from Doge. Oh, yes. He needs to run it back. Elijah, it's a lot of messages. Come here and read. Look at this. Read that.
On top.
Yeah, you can reread those.
You're lying. You stole the money, Dwayne.
Yeah, he's lying. He stole our money. He has our money. How are you going to be entrusted with our hard-earned money, and you can't give account to the American people? He should have a freaking tablet up there to give us account, because he should have known that we're going to ask those questions. Show us the money. Don't say, is here. He's not, didn't even answer it, because he knows the money is stolen. They have taken our money when we needed to take care of American citizens. And that's why Trump is in office, American first. And he's focused on building back our country, building back our nation. So this is not our war. This is Ukraine's war and Russia's war. And Trump said, let them battle it out.
Jay said, can you be my mom too?
I'm like, let them, Trump said, let them battle it out. Because if you are that senseless and follow a comedian into a war like China's not going to get involved, then they're going to suffer.
Joy, I don't know how your name's Joy and you say all sad comments.
They're going to suffer. They're going to suffer. You don't want the United States? He didn't know to bend a knee. He's going to allow his countrymen to suffer because he doesn't want to cease fire. He wants them to, I think Zelensky needs to go out there on the front line and see what it's like to run for his life. He needs.
Oh, thank you. Candace, thank you so much. Candace said we sent all the money over there for the war, and then the refugees that came over here get more money from cash aid and food stamps.
Yeah.
We are burning the candle at both ends.
And we're totally in agreement. That's why we voted for Trump. It's like America is not receiving help. Unless you are Ukraine, Gaza, 14 million homeless, illegal immigrants, unless you are LGBTQ, transgender, unless you somebody else, the rest of us are out of luck. We're out of luck. Our country is not taking care of us. That's why Trump is in office. If you go to Canada, they're going to take care of their citizens. You go to China, they're going to take care. Every country is going to take care of their citizens, except for the United States of America, because we're the ATM for the world. We're the world solving problems. They got a war. They want us to fight the war. They need money. They want us to give them all our wealth.
Yeah, what Johnny said, bunch of Trump-hating fools up in here.
It's okay. Yeah. You know what? Thank God that we are the majority that voted this man in office. Irregardless, sometimes you got to drag people along for their own good. That if we allow cackling hen that gotten elected and tampon Tim, we would be in World War III. They would have been sending your children, if you're American citizens, your kids and your relatives would have been going over there to die for Ukraine.
If Trump...
For Ukraine. The money wasn't enough.
If Trump knows nothing, then what did Joe Biden know?
Answer that. Answer that. We are thankful that he's the president of the United States. We're so thankful that we have Trump in office. That's without doubt. To see this man go on our United States television, he doesn't understand. These are not Ukrainian audiences that he's talking to. You're talking to us. And we saw the disrespect that you gave to the president of the United States in our Oval Office. Yeah. That was an extended privilege for you to be there.
Yeah, Katie, I'm trying to...
What?
They're saying block the fools talking crazy.
Do we have anybody on here that normally comes on that we can make a monitor? Because our monitors aren't on right now.
And William keeps saying racist stuff.
You know what? When people start trying to say racist stuff, look, we love who we are. We're black and we're proud. We love who we love, how we look. We know that we love Jesus. We're a child of the Most High God. We love how God created us. And this is called Speak the Truth for a reason. You know, we're not going to sugarcoat it. And we welcome your comments. We welcome different opinions. But talk in a clear, concise manner. Have something relevant to say. Enlighten us. But when you resort to trying to be racist, which we don't care. We don't care. We're Americans. We don't care. We love our country and we love who we are. And we only serve one God, and that's Jesus. We don't serve man. This is just a discussion because we need righteous leaders. I'm glad Trump likes prayer. I'm glad he welcomes the presence of God.
Mm-hmm.
You look at his cabinet meeting a couple of days ago. They opened up with prayer. I mean, asking for prayer to be able to lead this country. You got to put God first in whatever you do. So we're standing on the word of God. God said to do this channel because it's so much people will resort in order for the favorism for this chat. We would have to be going along with what they're saying. Oh, we love Ukraine. Yeah, Trump was this and that. That would be treasonous. We're Americans. We're not going against our own president. But then we would have the favorism of the majority of the people. But we're not standing on nonsense. We're standing on the truth, and the truth hurts. We understand that. And you can speak your mind, but do it in decency and order. Prove us wrong.
You want to explain to Alexander? He's saying that DEI gives minorities a chance to have a career.
That what?
DEI gives them.
Do you know what DEI is? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Do you know that it didn't benefit us? They try to make black people the face of DEI, but it didn't help us at all. DEI, the number one ethnic group that benefited from DEI was white women. It was white women, not black people at all. White women benefited the most. It was made for, they thought, black people because what happened to George Floyd, they wanted diversity, equity, and inclusion, but it always never trickled down to us. It went to white women, followed by Latinos and Hispanic, followed by Asian, followed by indigenous, followed by disabled, followed by seniors, followed by vets, and then black people. I know we were number 9. So DEI, when Trump said, I'm gonna take DEI out of the government, that wasn't us, that was white women. That was everybody else. Because it didn't benefit us. But guess who's always out there marching for rights that somehow never falls to us? It's black people. Black people going to get out there. We march, but the LGBTQ benefit. We march, but the white women benefit. We march, but trans benefit. We march. When do we benefit? We're not benefiting. So we're not boycotting anything that represent DEI, because the mainstream media don't tell you the truth. They don't tell you the truth.
We know this is the land of the Native Americans,
the indigenous people, yes.
Yeah, and they have, the white man has really done, you could even say, the worst to them. Oh, thank you, Dwayne Nelson. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dwayne Nelson. We appreciate everybody on here, and we want to hear. We don't want and don't expect everyone to agree with us. This is not that channel. And just like I said, if we said what everybody liked and talk how everybody wants us to talk, that we're for this agenda, we're for that agenda, look at Trump, he's hit all of that, then everybody be like, oh yeah, but guess what? That's not the truth. That's not the truth. The best thing that happened to the United States in this season is Trump. And that's a fact. The last administration destroyed this nation. And like Trump said, those wars should have never happened.
Jordan said,
should have never happened.
Jordan said, what disrespect did Zelensky show? He was as polite as anyone could be in that situation. Trump and Vance outright lied and interrupted Zelensky constantly when he tried to express thanks to us.
You know what? It's funny how people can see the same thing and have different interpretations. You're looking because you're against Trump. You're un-American. You're just against Trump. But let somebody if Trump went to Ukraine and behaved and going to talk the way he talked to president, to the Ukrainian people, they would have had a problem with that. Thank you, Marshall. Thank you so much for supporting us. We're building, and this will help us get some backgrounds and get equipment and stuff.
We're gonna get chairs
and chairs, yeah, so we can sit. We are standing, you guys. So, but this is for you guys. So we We're going to do what we have to do until we get everything set up.
Oh, Candace said, thank you guys. I needed this discussion tonight.
Yeah, we need to have it, but people need to know this on here. And if you're from around the world, you saw what happened, because we know this reaches the world. Go ahead.
Timothy said, DEI benefited black people where I work. Black women especially benefited where I work. You are willfully ignorant. You vote against your own best interests.
You know what? You're delusional. Those black people that have those jobs is because they were qualified. Black people, we're black. We know the deal. Yeah. Who are you talking to? I'm an executive. I work out here in the world. Okay? It didn't benefit us. Black people have to have double degrees. They have to do the job and put more time in than everybody else to get any positions. Okay? So if you see a black woman in job, she got 2 masters, a PhD, and still in school. Okay? That's what we have to do to get ahead. They did not get ahead because they were the least qualified. And I'll tell you that right now. This is not 1960. This is 2025. We are educated, intelligent, and movers and shakers.
Look, they're already making excuses for Zelensky. Simon says, English isn't Zelensky's first language, so you have to understand he doesn't understand certain cultural attitudes.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He speaks English better than some people that call themselves Americans. So he understands clearly and very well. He doesn't understand when he doesn't want to answer questions and he needs more time to think. Okay? He understands. He speaks fluently and he answers fluently. And he's not the only person that has multiple languages. Okay? And they speak fluently and answer fluently.
Someone said we're against Jasmine Crockett.
How did Jasmine Crockett become part of the conversation? We haven't even mentioned Jasmine Crockett's name. God bless her. She's fighting for what she believes in, and we're fighting for what we believe in.
And she's the worst choice for the job, too.
You know, she's doing her best at what she does.
Yeah, cursing.
But we're not going there about her. She's one, what is it? She's one pebble in the pond. So that's not what we're focused on now. She
gives black people a bad look.
We are one nation under God. Okay? We're one nation under God. There's no red or blue. We're Americans and we are standing together. And the people in here that have something to say aren't Americans. And we have to understand that. Thank you. What did they say?
Yeah, something about Jasmine. They said Jasmine said that we shouldn't get 5,000. I don't like her. Wow.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe she don't need 5,000. I do. Could you use 5,000?
Yeah.
I could use. There's a lot of things I could buy with $5,000 to give the American people back all the money that's been taken from us. To give us all back $5,000 each. I'd rather for it to come to us. We all can use it. So only people talk like that are people that don't need it. She, like her position, she says she's worth now $9 million. How you have $100,000 if that much salary and now your net worth is $9 million? How do they all become multi-millionaires and they always talking about millionaires and billionaires when every one of them, that's what happens with them. They got all that inside trading going on.
Simon says we don't deserve anything.
I do. I tell you what, you must not be American, because no American is going to say that they don't deserve that $5,000. No American is going to say that. Okay? Or you must be with Jasmine. Maybe with Jasmine, you believe that don't give us nothing. We're used to that. We're the ATM for the world, but when it comes to helping us, then people say, oh, no, not you. It's not for you. It's for us.
Oh, thank you, KT.
Thank you.
They said, I take that 5,000 and buy a piece of land or a lot.
That's right. Do you know $5,000 is nothing to sneeze on? It's nothing. If anything at all, you can travel. Go see some of the world. You could even buy a used car for $5,000. You could negotiate. I got $5,000 in cash. You can do so much. You can get some things remodeled in your house. You know, maybe it's a down payment or a car you want. It's so much. You can help someone. If you don't need it, look at the people you can help that you can donate. 1,000 for you, 1,000 for that charity, 1,000 for that. It's $1,000 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Now if they said $100, $500, and we like, oh, okay, ain't no big deal. 5,000, that's a big difference in 500. I welcome it. I would love to have it. I welcome it. It look real good. I would invest it, and I would double it and triple it. I would invest it. Take that 5,000, invest it. Let it grow. And God is so good. We are so thankful. I'm thankful for President Trump. You got to pray for him. He's our president, and I was so proud of him. I was proud of him that he put that man in, he checked him. I like a boss. I like a leader. I like someone that can stand, a man that can stand 10 toes down. He represented us proudly. He's not no little wimp.
That sounds like you're beautiful.
Thank you. He's not some little wimp, some little like person that he has to remember that there's a new sheriff in town.
Best president of all time.
It's a new sheriff in town. JD, he's not Pence. JD the one that kicked it off. JD is like, oh, hold up. You're not going to come into the Oval Office of the President of the United States and not show some respect. So that man, Zelensky, doesn't care about his country.
Thanks, Damien.
For him to go on, what did he say?
He said I'm a good son.
You are. He's a wonderful son. I love my son. He's amazing. And I'm proud of him and my children. I got 2 more. Both of them got double degrees and all that kind of stuff. He's in college now. But we're educated. My whole family, if we're going to talk about my family, successful. From the top to bottom, everybody got their degrees. Everybody have their single homes. Everyone is doing well. God has been good to our family because the entire family puts God first, not man. Not man. You have to put God first in your life. We don't serve man. We serve God. And we will never get that twisted. But God he put people in leadership. God is in control. Trump is in that position because of the grace of God. Because they try to take him out. That's a fact. But so we're thankful. We're thankful for everything. And we're thankful that God has allowed us to speak out because we have so much out there that you have so many newscasters and programs. They want to say what you want to hear, but they're not speaking for us. The American people respect what Trump did, irregardless what mainstream media is saying. Every time they talking, they're not talking for us. We want Trump to be the leader that he is. That's what we voted for. If we didn't want that, he wouldn't be in office. And not only did we make sure of it, even though they tried to cheat in the election.
Thanks, Marshall.
But he won the popular vote and he won the swing vote. America has spoken loud and clear. So we're standing behind him. Just in case we're standing behind Trump. And that's where he's making his mistake. You can't go in a American audience and have the people that just sworn him in 4 weeks ago that want him to do the things that he's doing. We wanted him to negotiate an end to Gaza war. We wanted him to negotiate an end to the Ukraine and Russian war. We want him to do something about all this illegal immigration into our country. We want him to make America safe again. We want him to make America healthy again.
Get men out of
we want
sports.
him to declare 2 genders, male and female. We want him to keep men out of women's sports. We want him to keep men out of women's locker rooms. We want him to not make abortion the top priority, that focus on inflation and the economy. He has a lot of work to do, and he's only been in office for a little over 4 weeks. 4 weeks, that's it. He's meeting with leaders from around the world. He's been meeting with them since he was elected into office November the 5th. 70 leaders called him right away. Right away. They stopped dealing with Biden. They've only been dealing with Trump. Trump been the president since November the 5th. He's been the president running stuff. Nobody was looking at Biden or Kamala Harris. So
thank you, Logan.
We support Trump. What they say?
They say you got my sub.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for accepting
Woo-hoo, love you.
God's gift to earth and Trump. This man's amazing has done more in 5 weeks than 12 years of Obama and Biden. Yeah, Obama.
Put it combined. He's done more. He's had more meetings. I think Biden had like 14 meetings with the media. Trump has had 40. He's had now it's probably like 48 meetings to Biden's 14. Trump is meeting every day. He's transparent. He's telling us, talking to us. He's not using a teleprompter like Biden and Kamala. He's not using a script. He's talking to us.
Sarah said
without a script.
Sarah said, my struggle is that he is firing people with no plan.
Yeah.
And has suspended U.S. aid. People are dying and he has no backup.
Yeah, see, we're not in agreement with everything that Elon Musk is doing. We're not in agreement with what he's doing. He has to, even the things that he's doing, you can't go in any business and you don't know. I used to hate to have, when I had a supervisor before I became one and a manager, is that you have people come in and they know nothing about the job, but they're trying to tell you what to do.
Elon needs to take a step back.
Elon doesn't know how the federal government operates. He's trying to do it like his businesses. He's making moves and don't know the necessity of these positions. So yes, they need to have their own managers and supervisors who know the job, and they can tell them how many positions are needed, what's a wasteful position. But you can't come in and use AI and wipe people out, because the middle class jobs, that's what they are. That's what keep America afloat. That's what Zelensky is getting, the middle class dollar. Not the rich, not the poor, the middle class. So you can't eliminate the middle class. That's what keeps this country going. So I'm not in agreement with that. You know, you can't just put people out of these jobs, and they got houses, they got homes, they got their children, in schools that they might have to give up their homes. Their health care is affected, their life insurance, all that. They lost everything. It's not just salary. They lost their health care. They lost their life insurance. They lost everything. And some of them might be close to retirement but couldn't retire yet. What do? They like 56. Like, what are they going to do now that they lost their job? So I'm not in agreement with that. To be clear,
I'm noticing some people that don't agree with us come up every stream. Like they're learning,
but it's fine. They're learning.
No, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. We welcome you to come, because obviously you like what you're hearing. But I think that's being non-biased. You can't, nobody is perfect, and that's why Trump allows us to speak up and speak out. People are speaking up, speaking out. That's why he's transparent.
We did not support at all J.D. Vance getting, what's that guy's name again? That guy that put the guy in the chokehold, took his...
Oh, yeah, I want to bring that up.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. It's not, nobody support anyone 100%. Okay? But what we are going to do is support our president, because he's a man and he's not perfect. And he's trying to be the best president he can be. And I truly believe that. That's why I voted for him. Trump, Trump, Trump. I have a viral video, I think I had 1.2 million views or whatever, that I'm saying Trump, Trump, Trump. I said I voted for Biden. I supported Biden. But this time, Trump, Trump, Trump. That's right.
I was actually the Republican first.
Oh, yeah, I was Democrat. Yeah. Just like, your normal black person that always vote the same way every election. Democrat get nothing for our vote. Yeah, I'm off that plantation. No, they got to earn my vote. If I ever vote for a Democrat again, people have to earn my vote. They're not just getting it because of identity politics. If they can't offer anything to my community, they can forget it.
Tolia, why aren't you a Republican anymore? They said I've been a Republican until now.
You were never a Republican. Because, you were never a Republican. Because this is probably the best Republican president you've ever had.
Definitely.
Anytime he has Democrats that he's been able, like Robert F. Kennedy and Tulsi and Democrats. I mean, he has a freaking Avenger team that support him this go around. He learned a lot from that first administration. But I trust him more than I would have trusted if Tampon Tim got in. and Kamala. I trust him more. And that's a choice. And one thing about America, we do have elections every 4 years. So if he doesn't live up to whatever we want him to live up to, then you have an opportunity to vote again.
Teresa.
Bernie didn't run. Bernie didn't run for president.
They said they're independent and they're for Bernie.
But Bernie, yeah, even being an independent, even in 2020 when Bernie was running, I got all kinds of pictures. I need to really post just to see my circle that I've been in. Even when Bernie and I met him then, I've been at the White House with Bernie, talking to Bernie, all the 9 yards. But Bernie ran in 2020, but he got pushed out. He was asked to step out, and Biden wound up being the nominee.
Teresa's now saying, but that's hypocritical. You weren't always a Republican. People can change their mind.
What is that? Someone? That's right. There's choice. In America, you could choose whoever you want to. And that's what I did. And that's what I will always do. You know, I'm going to do what's best for my family, best for my culture, best for being American, what's best for us. And what's best for us is somebody that they can't buy. Like they had to give Kamala $1.5 billion. They was trying to buy our votes. That's up too long. They try to buy our votes. You know, so I'm done with all that. Oh,
thank
you.
you.
What did they say?
Casey said, if I was laid off by the government, I'd take my severance pay, 41K, and unemployment and find something else. Some of them have been there 20 years.
Yeah, see, so a lot of those people, they are educated. They are more than able to find something else. And I think Obama, they laid off hundreds of thousands of people. Everybody act like this is the first time this has happened. But my thing is that it's not just it's not like a blank slate to just do everybody at once. I think each department, if it needs to be downsized, needs to be looked at appropriately and not through a freaking AI.
And Debbie P said, a lot of Democrats, including me, voted for Trump. Happy weekend. See, they went and voted for Trump and they're Democrats.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. Trump and the people were voting for Trump and they didn't know. The media couldn't figure. You know, I got like 1,000 text messages who you voting for because I always voted Democrat. And not just voting Democrat, I'm like in the political field. You know, so they expected me to go out there and do what I normally do, campaign, hold rallies, you know, canvass people, phone banking, get a group of people to call all over the country, phone banking, things like that. I'm a leader.
KT said, what about people they are paying that don't exist?
What? Who don't exist?
That's what Elon was finding out. People was getting paid.
Yeah, people were getting paid. Even Social Security. We're sending Social Security to people that's 200 years old, 150. It's a lot of wasteful spending in the government. That's what I want Elon to focus on. I want him to focus on that $40 million cash payment that every week since 2021 we've been sending to the Taliban. Cash, you can't trace it. We're sending cash to a terrorist group, and we left $7 billion worth of our equipment there. That's probably what the cartel and everybody else is using. Our equipment we left there. We're the United States of America. Why would we hightail out of there? Why would we run when we have the strongest and the best military in the world, and we ran out of Afghanistan because we had the weak behind leaders, jacked up generals? People didn't do their job. Why would we leave that? We could have used equipment to back them up with. Why would we have to run? We got $7 billion worth of equipment there. Why would we be running when we're the main force there? That's what we did. And that's why 13 American soldiers, men and women, lost their lives. And that's why 50 of them or more lost legs, limbs, and everything. Hands, they live, but their bodies are mutilated.
Are permanently damaged.
They are permanently damaged for life, fighting for the people of this country. And we don't give them enough respect to take care of our vets.
And I didn't know that Obama deported like millions of people.
But Obama deported 5 million people, had kids in cages, and nobody said nothing about it. When Trump did, oh, what about them? Oh, no, 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 no. Everything he does is like, oh, the border should have never been open. Nobody said they don't want immigrants. But you got to come in the legal way because you need to be vetted. No country can sustain 14 million people coming in for 4 years that are homeless, that had to be clothed, fed, housed, EBD cards, health care. They needed everything. And then our citizens was put aside that are still out there on the street tonight. You guys, we can't have that. But anyway, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. Do you think that Zelensky owes President Trump an apology? Do you think Zelensky should have stayed in that office and just hid his pride and had the conversation as a leader? Do you think that Trump was out of order by telling him that he doesn't have any cards on the table to play with? Does Zelensky, like we heard that in his language, does Zelensky call the president or JD biatch? So is that true? If somebody can interpret the language, because they said that he called him out of his name. Do you think that Trump should have him back at the White House?
Rodriguez said Trump owes him an apology.
Trump owes him an apology for what? Elaborate. Well, you know what? Leave that in the comments. Okay, when we get off, we'll read them and we will respond. Because I want to know, why does Trump owe him an apology when he came in our house like he could make demands on our government, and then he thought he could show off in front of our media? He's thinking it's still Biden's media. That's his war. He needs us. It's not our fight. It's his fight. So you don't come in needing help. I'm not going to come and I need help because somebody wants to jump me, but then I'm a fuss at the person that I need help from.
Wow, Joel said legal Mexicans for Trump right here, baby. I love how y'all stand up on business and think with facts and not feelings.
Yeah. It's all about that. And like we're saying, is that we voted for Trump. He's the best person for this office at a time like this. There's seasons for everything. You know anything about the Bible? This is a season. He's needed. Because if the best two people that they had to run for the Democratic Party was Kamala for 2 months of her 3-month campaign, that nobody voted her to even run for the position, that she couldn't even speak to the American people without a teleprompter, that they hid her for 2 months, and she spent $1.5 billion lost and went $20 million in debt. We dodged a bullet. Okay? We don't want that. She was unqualified, and so was Tampon Tim. They were unqualified. They want our kids to be mutilated. They want to promote abortion instead of birth control. They wanted to promote kill your child, but they want everybody else to come from around there and have kids here, but they want Americans to kill their children. It doesn't make sense.
Tolia said we could have had a beautiful woman.
You know what? I don't want a beautiful woman. I want a leader. I want a man to be in charge right now. Because the rest of the world don't respect a woman that can't speak in a coherent sentence.
And what is she, like 5'4"?
She was unqualified. There's a lot of beautiful women in the United States. Pick one. Okay? But we don't need her to be the leader because what she looked like. She was destroying this country.
Yeah.
She was the cast and vote why the freaking inflation is like this is. She's the reason why those wars started. She was sent over there to be the peace negotiator. Did you know that?
Totally.
For Gaza and for Ukraine. That was Kamala. That was Kamala.
Toya now replied to it. She said, a beautiful woman. Toya said, so a short woman with big words is bad?
She had no words. She had no words. I'd rather see Tulsi She's a freaking soldier.
Yeah, Amber
She
Rose.
could stand. She'd take you down.
Yeah, Tulsi.
I'd rather like you got to have a qualified woman that knows how to have confidence. A woman that's sure of herself. A woman that can articulate. She took Kamala down on the first debate that she had to drop out. She had to drop out of the race. That's what Tulsi did to Kamala. Kamala is not her. You know, ever heard that's him? Well, she's not her. She wasn't her.
Jay said Tulsi's qualified and could get it for him.
hey. She's a beast. Tulsi, that like you gonna have a woman for the United States to be the president that we gonna follow. She gotta be tough.
Yeah.
Kamala not tough, but she would shrink with Putin. She would shrink with President Xi. She shrink with the American media.
What do you think about a ticket for running for president? J.D. Vance and Tulsi. What do you think about
J.D. Vance and Tulsi might be a winning ticket. You'll have your first. Well, she will eventually run for president. Mm-hmm. So J.D. Vance, he a sniper. He's a sniper. He nothing to play with. He's an ex-Marine. Well, once a Marine, always a Marine. So I'm not gonna say ex. Woo-rah. So no. Yeah, those two, J.D. Vance, he stands on business.
Yeah.
He stands on business. I think that would be a phenomenal ticket. Because then she would run after he served his terms, and she would run to be president. And I think that she would be great at it. Mm-hmm. I think she would be great at it. So, and don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, y'all. We've been having people come on. Like our last one, I think we had like 110,000 people. If we had 110,000 people subscribe, then our channel will be set, and we will just move. It's possible. It's possible.
And Tom Homan needs to have a conversation with AOC.
Yeah, we'll get to Tom Homan maybe tomorrow. But it's all about wonderful Zelensky today. It's about Zelensky, Trump, and J.D. Vance. They was like putting the paws. Trump was putting the paws up.
Oh, Casey said, I believe this channel's going to blow up.
Oh, you do? Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, it's God ordained. We're not just doing it. God put this in my spirit.
Should I make KT a mod?
Yeah. You can make him a mod. Yeah, but we love y'all. Just to let y'all know, we love everyone. This is not about hating anyone. This is about speaking the truth. And sometimes when you say facts, it sounds like you speaking against one when you speak the truth. You know, the truth hurts, and that it comes off like that. Yeah. But we love everyone. We want everyone to have a great life, to be saved. But we don't want to see lives lost. We know that they're heading in the wrong direction, and we can see right through Zelensky. Zelensky doesn't want peace. He wants a World War III.
No, we don't respect the Hodge twins.
He wants to stay in power. Yeah, the Hodge twins, all their shows, they're two black men that put down their race.
Anton.
And they married two other ethnicities, unattractive people, and they think that makes them bigger. But I don't like a channel with black people and their whole channel is putting down their own race. Yeah. You know, white people don't do it, Asians don't do it. Anton. You know, that's how they get their viewership. Their viewership is not open to everyone.
No, but they target black women too specifically.
Yeah, I don't like when they target, you know, a race, or you target to get viewership. We're not about that. We're not going to target black people, white people, Asian. We're Americans, period. But that's not what we're about.
Talia said Zelensky is a soldier for his country.
Let him go out there and fight. Let him go to the front line and let him go out there and fight. Because fighting from behind everyone else, his family's not being killed out there. He don't have his people out there. If he go out there, maybe he'll have a change of heart, that he would have sat his behind down there, swallow his pride, and work something out.
Talia said he has been for years, honey.
What, being a comedian? Being a comedian. You know, for years, he just been a comedian. Okay? Let him go out there and fight. Let him fight in this war. Okay? And what he did for his people was an injustice. This act like he doesn't need to help the United States of America. The war would have been over in a few days if it wasn't for America.
Now someone else said that he went out on the battlefield. Where are you getting this information from?
No, he didn't. No, he did. He went out on the battlefield not to fight, maybe for cameras, but he didn't go out there to fight, okay, for cameras. And they made sure that he was kept safe, in a safe distance. Okay, he didn't go out there to fight. But anyway, if he cared about his people, then he would go and he would negotiate an end of this war. So he's not about his people. We got to go. We're going to watch some movies. It's Friday. And
he said there's a video of him out on war.
We don't care. We don't care. That man is an actor.
He's a comedian.
Everything he does is stage. You know, it's stage. But he need to go back out there. He need bodies. Go out there and die for his country. And then he'll go down as a martyr for his people, and they will celebrate him for eternity. So let him go out there and let him die for his country.
Joe said he's a fighter, and totally said he was bunkered and was fighting for so long. Please, where do you get your news?
You know, let him go out there. Let him go out there. So that means that he's supposed to sacrifice his whole country? Is that what you're saying?
Jordan, we got to look this up, because Jordan said he has repeatedly been on the front lines, not media opportunities, the actual front lines.
Let him keep going out there and die for his country, because the millions of people that somehow died, except for him, let him go out there, because he doesn't want this war. If you didn't get the memo, I promise you, this man doesn't want this war to end.
Yeah.
He doesn't want it to end. And I stand on that. He doesn't want a ceasefire. I stand on that. All he wants, more money coming to him that he's putting in his pocket. He can't account for $350 billion from the United States. That's our money. Okay? What he wants now is drag Europe in it. He wants it to blow up till it gets to the United States. That is a World War III. That's what he wants. But guess what? Y'all can fight it out. Y'all can volunteer. Y'all could go on, but that man does not want this war to end. He does not want it to end. He doesn't want it to be. He didn't want nobody to negotiate. He was glad that Biden and that administration never sat down once to try to end the war. Why not? Why didn't they try to end the war? Why not? Why not try to end that war? It has to be an end. What, they're going to keep fighting for 10 years, 12 years? It's not going to be nothing left. And what Europe going to do? They're going to escalate it? Because that's what happened. If they rush out listening to, because I see the French president, they got another fool. He, oh yeah, we're going to help them. Oh yeah, you going to send your people to die too? Send them. See what the French people have to say about that. Keep following Zelensky to death. Keep following him, because he doesn't want it to end. He is not going to conquer Russia. If that's what he thinks he's going to do now. He's not going to conquer Russia.
And Vladimir Putin's not the guy to mess with.
Vladimir Putin is, what was it, KGB? This man is a sniper. He's not going to conquer Russia. What he's supposed to be doing is trying to save his country. But he thinks he's going to conquer Russia. He's not going to outman Russia. Russia got China. Do y'all know China has 1 billion people? He's not going to outman him. But people are going to follow this fool that's an actor, that's all about money and power. He knows if the war ends, see, you know why he don't want to ceasefire? Because then they can have elections. He don't want a ceasefire, because then they can vote his behind out of office. That's why he is all about self.
And
I'll stand on that.
And also how Trump says it's just flat lands there.
It's flat lands. It's a plateau.
Coverings.
No covering, nowhere to
But
hide.
out there, you just get...
Trump said the only thing to stop a bullet is a body. They dying left and right out there. But I stand on it. He doesn't want it to end. He doesn't want to cease fire, because then they can hold elections. He don't want to hold elections because he wants to retain power. That's why he doesn't want a
And he
ceasefire.
got the nerve to say the people of Ukraine don't want an election right now.
That he's a liar. I'm quite sure he got 4% approval. They want his behind out of there. Especially after today. They need to say, hold up. United States is keeping us afloat in this war. And now you're going to go there and throw your behind up in the air like somebody put the kids in. When you sitting at the kids' table, you have no power. You don't have no cards. You're not running nothing. You don't even have the equipment or the money to fight the war. And now you're going to try to say, forget us, get it from Europe. Go get it from them. Drag them in there. Let them follow him to the slaughter. Because this man is about himself. He don't want a ceasefire. At the very Trump is like, what's wrong with this guy? You don't even want a ceasefire. So Trump is like, okay, y'all fight until y'all wipe yourselves out. Just fight until y'all wipe yourselves out. So he got this, but he doesn't want a ceasefire because he doesn't want elections. He does not want them to have the opportunity, which if they had, they would vote his behind out of office. And that was last year his term was up. It was been up. His term was up maybe the year before. It was the year before.
Yeah, Jordan, you're Ukrainian.
They want him out. He don't want an election, so that's why he doesn't want the ceasefire. He wants to retain power. It's about power. But anyway, you guys, we're going to get ready to get off of here. I want to enjoy the rest of my night. We'll probably get back on here, especially they talk about the Epstein files.
Someone asked, what would you do?
Well, this is what I would do. If I was the president of Ukraine, and I had the opportunity, which is by invitation only, that a president allow you, especially a president on the level of the United States of America. And I'm supposed to come there to make a mineral deal that's going to benefit my people, that will put American presence in your country. In your country. Because we're going to mine the minerals, not you. So you're going to have American presence there while there's a ceasefire, because Trump wants a ceasefire before America goes into that country. But this, I would have said, okay, I'm here for the mineral deal. If I do the mineral deal, the United States citizens will be happy because then they could get a return on their money that they invested in Ukraine. They would get some of their money back, and then I would have the United States on boots on the ground in Ukraine. I would have stayed, and I would have diplomatically worked that out, that it would have benefited not only the United States, but my people. That's what I would have done. That's what he should have done. But instead, he wanted it to blow up, and he told Trump to all America and to the world he didn't want a ceasefire. Who says that? He didn't want to cease fire because they could vote him out of office. A ceasefire could go on for a year, 2 years, however long. He did not, because Trump said you got to start there because it takes a while to negotiate the peace, to negotiate the negotiations about the land and the peace. That has to be negotiated. But he doesn't want to give up power, and it's all about him. And that's what I would have done if I was the president of Ukraine.
Talia, you don't know what we've been through. My mom's the most loving ever. And I'm not a boy, I'm a man.
So God is good. We don't put any man before God. We serve God, not man. Okay, so we're just talking about what's happening in the United States of America and what's going on. But we serve God. That's who we serve. Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. And we just pray that nobody on here is lost, that people are saved. Give your life to Christ. You know, because he said that every mouth should confess and every knee shall bow that Jesus Christ is Lord and he was rose again from the dead. So the only way to get to the Father is through the Son. So you have to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. And what's going on right now, we're living in the last days because people call wrong right and right and wrong. You can't convince people the things that are actually wrong and tell them it's right. They will stand on something wrong 10 toes down. They would look at a man and call that man a woman and see that man got a beard. so we're living in an upside down universe right now. So you got to really stand on the word of God, what you believe in. You got to pray, because prayer works. No prayer, don't expect any change in your life. And you got to pray for those in authority over. You got to pray for your president, your vice president. And that's why I'm glad that this cabinet start their meeting with prayer. Because you got to have your leaders. You want them to have discernment. And you want to ask God for wisdom, that you make wisdom decisions. And I pray that's what Trump is, a wisdom. Zelensky is not using any wisdom. He has none.
Alexander, what have you been saying?
He has none.
I guess been missing.
But anyway, we're going to jump off of here. Thank you. We could get it to 100 likes. We need 2 more people to give us so we have 100 likes. We do appreciate it. Thank you guys for people who have donated to us. I mean, we got $100. Who was that? We need to make them a monitor. Who was that? Dennis Kennedy? Can you make them a monitor?
Yeah.
You know, add my.
Jordan said, I'm sure you are good people. Your outfit is fantastic.
Oh, you're
Tommy Hilfiger. No, it's about you.
Yeah. You, they might like your hat.
I know, but they saying
I should have put my red hat on.
They're saying, I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
People challenge your own views and look up to some things you are saying, but they're simply not true.
You know what? Fact checked us. And whatever you guys can bring to the table, we welcome it. Okay? But like I said, this man is about himself. He doesn't want peace. He doesn't want it. He does if they have a ceasefire, he can be voted out of office, and that's what he doesn't want. So he's going to get you riled up and say, yeah, let's fight. Send y'all people to die. That's what they're going to be doing, to die. They are not going to take over Russia. You know it, and we know it. They're not going to take over Russia. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because they got allies too. Okay, so we staying out of this. Good luck. We donated $350 billion. We gave you equipment. We even had Americans that have gone over there to fight and have died for Ukrainians. So it's an endless war. You have a leader that's inexperienced who loves the power and the wealth.
Alexander said the peace deal that was given to him was a loss.
It wasn't no peace deal. He came for a mineral deal. Okay, a mineral deal. You got to have Putin to agree about peace. That's what Trump was working on. This was a mineral deal. It would have put the American presence on the grounds of Ukraine. He was a fool. He's a fool.
Joel said, don't let the sheep in the chat get to you. They got no facts, so they're going straight to hate and fiction.
Yeah. Can we get 100 likes? It's 98. It's 26 people. We're going to jump off of here. But we just want to thank you for just sharing your time. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so when we come on, because we just jump on anytime. We are not structured yet. You know, when we see something and it hits me, you know, it's not planned out. It's how God leads me and moves me. And that's how I operate. So I don't plan it out. There's no script. There's no teleprompter. It's us being authentic, mother and son. And God bless all of you. We love you. We pray for you and pray that God keeps an edge of protection around you and your family, your children. He said, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I'll say the Lord, he's my refuge, my fortress, my God, in him will we trust. And we thank God that he said, no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up in judgment, thou shalt condemn. That's a heritage is in him, and his righteousness is him, said the Lord of hosts. So we stand on the word of God. We're thankful to God and everything he's done for us. And anybody that's dealing with any illness or sicknesses, just receive this, that he said he was wounded for your transgressions, bruised for your iniquities. The chastisement of your peace was upon him. And with your stripes, you are healed. Were healed, meaning that you don't have to keep asking God for a healing. It's already done. It's already done. So you receive. You have to believe it. Have faith in God and believe it, and it's yours. He already died for you. His blood was already shed for you. So anyway, you guys have a good night. We love you, and we pray for you. God bless you and your family, your households. We like to go back and forth. It doesn't bother us at all. I mean, I love it. I love it. So thank you, and thank you for our monitors and everyone that's joining us. And you guys have really come in. Everyone that's given to us, and everyone that's given us life.
Say this. Joel said, "I wouldn't be laughing if I was as lost as you, my friend."
It's sad that how people are so blinded, but we're living in that day and time. People don't even recognize truth when it slaps them in the face. So, but we'll pray that God open up your eyes and give you discernment that you can recognize when people are speaking the truth to you and want the best for you. If anything at all, you can agree to disagree. That's great. That's what life is all about. But but when you're receiving something that's honest, you need to receive that. When people are not used to honesty.
And Obed and Joel said, "But you hate me, I know you do." And Joel said, "I don't hate you, fam. That's the thing. But you're quick to spew it."
But God is good. And most people on here that feel that way, they just need love. They need their family to love them. They need their friends to love them. They need their spouses to love them, their kids to love them. A lot of people are dealing with so much right now. They got their own problems beyond Zelensky and Ukraine. They have their own personal problems, like paying a light bill or going to work tomorrow. Things on their job. They don't like their boss. Their neighbors are hateful. People are mean to them. People be dealing with so much now. Because that's the time we're living in. It's the last days, so people aren't that kind. And now we have social media. People are able to spew out all their problems and all they hate on people that never done anything to them, that don't even know them. That's what social media is. And sadly, that it affects some people that they internalize it. But me, I have love. I feel nothing but love. It bounces off of me.
It's just crazy, and it shows how against people are of Trump. How people are having a problem with how he was with Zelensky,
but didn't have a problem with Biden.
Yeah,
that's the main
giving
thing.
Billions of dollars.
You had this man that was so unfit, unqualified, that needed to be really with his family. They needed to have been taking care of him. I'm not even going to say in the old folks home. He needed to have been retired. And I think Obama probably had a third term with him. Obama probably was running the country. He did this to us. Let's blame Obama. Anyway, you guys, we got to go. And we appreciate y'all. Y'all can fact check everything. Leave your comments. Any questions? Are you for Trump? Do you think Trump was out of order? Do you think Zelensky was out of order? Do you think Zelensky is owed an apology to Trump? Do you think Zelensky should have came in there instead of focusing on his mineral deal? That he just let Trump know he's like, I don't want a ceasefire. Who says that? Trump is like, what else is there to talk about? This man doesn't even want a ceasefire. So, we just gotta keep our faith in God and just pray that the people that's in leadership have wisdom. Because Zelensky is lacking wisdom. He's lacking that because he can't get out of his own way. Because he wants power. It's all about power and wealth. Y'all better remember that. That stuff is real. Okay, you guys. You can say goodbye.
All right, guys. See you next time.
You better hit the thing. I'm not going to reach across you. The X.
Okay.
You still read it.
Yeah.
Just leave your comments. No, you got to leave the comments. So we'll check them out and we'll answer them. But